Hello YouTube, it's Birdo Prey 5 and welcome to Wednesday's Deep Space Nine live rewatch. Tonight it's YouTube, Netflix Season 1, Episode 7, Deep Space Nine, an episode simply titled Dax. Netflix D-A-X. Just Dax. This is the 7th episode of the series. On most counts, it's counted as episode 8 because most places count Emissary as two different episodes, Emissary 1 and 2. Although Netflix, since it airs Emissary as a single episode, like it was aired originally, it just counts it as one episode. So the numbers are always going to be one off in this season. Let me bring up my tablet so I can get to the chats, and we'll talk a little, and then we will get into reviewing Dax. Doesn't tell you a lot about what's going on in this episode. So DJ Odyssey and Thomas Potts were here early, quite a bit early. DJ appeared to be here first. He said, "Okay, I'm first. Nap mode. I'm sure I will wake up when I hear noise." Well, wake up, DJ. If you didn't hear the noise yet, wake up. Time to get up. Show's on. I told him he could take a good nap, but of course I misspelled good and wrote hood nap. And that started a whole chain of events, as you could imagine. Thomas Potts, yes, says, what's a hood map? Okay. So then I started the actual stream, and Captain Cat was first. Welcome, Captain Cat. Although he said, wait. Wait, what? And Life with Matthew, Qapla bird, Qapla, Life with Matthew, Qapla. And for those who haven't seen it, Life with Matthew put out another excellent video. This one on his favorite scene in the Marvel Universe, and it made me want to rewatch all of the Iron Man movies and every MCU movie that either has Iron Man or features Iron Man, which is basically all of them. And I'll be honest, that's a pretty good thing because I didn't really care about most of the MCU movies, truth be told. I was not, I liked Iron Man. I liked one of the Thors, but that was really about it. I didn't really care a hell of a lot. Captain America, okay, but I didn't care a hell of a lot about the MCU in general. But now, man, what was it, like a 15 or 14 minute video, and I'm pumped. He's got a natural talent, Life with Matthew. He really does. So keep up the good work, Life with Matthew. And anyone who's watching this, whether it's Star Trek or Marvel or anything like that, I strongly suggest you check out Life with Matthew. Captain Cat says, so, Hector's in the house, says, I was missing my daily your daily bird. Hector, I'm sorry. Yes, I am late. I apologize. I'm late because with 4th of July, Independence Day holiday tomorrow, I normally have physical therapy tomorrow evening, but today I ended up having it along with my other stuff I normally do, so I couldn't stream before physical therapy, and I had to wait till after physical therapy. So it's almost 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. just about, and I'm on, which is late for me. So I don't think we're going to go terribly late, which is fine, because we just have a 45-minute episode to watch and review. But I do apologize. If anybody ever wants to know when I'm going on, if you go to my Discord, which you can get the link to my Discord server at birdoprey5.com, of course, the source for all things Birdo Prey 5. If you head on over to my Discord, when I know, when I have an idea when I'm going on next, I will put a note, and today and the day before, I've been putting notes in my Discord chat, just a rough estimate when I think I'll be going on. So if anybody, if you really care that much, you have some idea when it is. Like today I told people it was going to be after 7 p.m. Eastern. It turned out to be almost 8 p.m. Eastern. I apologize. It was even later than I thought, but I knew from early today that it wasn't going to be one of my regular normal days. Captain Cat says I am in live chat. Yes, I'm in live chat. Switch on over to live chat instead of top chat also. Make sure you're seeing all the chats. Tiki of Doom says Qapla, Tiki of Doom. Welcome. DJ says almost 8 p.m. Eastern now, Bird. Yeah, sorry about that, DJ, but I'm glad you're awake. Hope you had a good hood nap. Captain Cat says, yes, I was confused. Doc Jumbroni says, Qapla, Doc. And Thomas Potts put in a $1.99 super chat and asks, how was your hood nap? I assume he means you, DJ. I did not have a hood nap. I did not have a good nap. I didn't have any nap of any kind today, so I'm already a little agitated and cranky. No nap makes Bird cranky. No, that's not true. Usually I don't need a nap, but I was a bit cranky today. Captain Cat says, yes, Life with Matthew's videos is awesome. Yeah, they really are. And Captain Cat is, he's in love with you, Life with Matthew. I see the hearts. Put up the hearty face. He does have some natural talent. He does. You do Life with Matthew. You're a 1 in 1,000 YouTuber. Captain Cat says, is that your real daughter? Oh, to Life with Matthew. I was going to say, I don't have any daughter. Actor says he has a fake daughter. I'm not sure. And Captain Cat puts in a link to my Discord. Thank you so much, Captain Cat. Life with Matthew, yes, that was my real son. Yes. I was like, what daughter? But that makes more sense. Resolute Germ says, hello, everyone. Hello, Resolute. Thank you for coming. Captain Cat says, oh, my bad. And howdy to Resolute. And Actor says, infected many people today. Me? I didn't infect anyone. Captain Cat says, Life with Matthew, oops, he was funny. Yeah. We are talking about Life with Matthew's latest video for those want in on the joke. Resolute says, doing good. How about you, Captain Cat? Life with Matthew says, no worries. Most young kids sound feminine if you only hear the video. And DJ says, hood nap equals slept inside a pillowcase, I guess. The Epic Beard, did you exercise? Well, yeah, says physical therapy involves some exercise. Captain Cat is okay. Life with Matthew says he was super excited to help out. That's cool. Captain Cat says he loved it to Life with Matthew. Thomas says make sure your hood nap is white with eye holes. Actor says or an AOC stamped pillow maybe. DJ says he doesn't have any white pillowcases. Thomas says you don't count Sassy as your daughter unsubbing. I knew I missed something. Okay, poor Sassy. Epic Beard says, hey nerds and evil dictators. Welcome, Epic. Thomas Potts says, DJ Odyssey Bird of Prey can send you some. He has a lot. Yeah, how many white pillowcases should I put you down for, DJ? Actor says, speaking of dictators, maybe the game Joe was born to play is Tropico and not City Skylines. You know, I had Tropico like 3 or 4, one of the older versions. I never got into it. I got it after SimCity 2013 and way before City Skylines, and it did nothing for me. Yeah, not really into it. Epic Beard says, poor Sassy. Captain Cat says, bird of prey, they never gonna let you down the white hood. I know. You wear, almost, I didn't even wear it. I hold up one white hood that I stopped, or didn't stop, but we accidentally created a white hood once and never live it down.
I thought it was a good idea until I looked at it.
Yeah, Mama pray. Not Ryan Johnson says, hello and Qapla. Hello and Qapla, not Ryan Johnson. Live with Matthews says, speaking of the kids, I got to go through bedtime routines with them. Don't quit the stream before I get back. Well, I should probably going to take at least an hour before this stream's over at this point. So good luck with that, Life with Matthew. DJ Odyssey says, bird treats Sassy as redheaded stepchild. That is not true at all. Sassy is deeply loved. Rambling Canuck says, hello, bird and all. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Good afternoon, evening, Rambling Canuck. Captain Cat says, hello. DJ says, Mama Praise just trying to take the blame to shield her boy, her baby boy. We know Bird really did it.
No.
The Epic Beard says, I'm not a Nazi. Bird of Prey family motto. Listen, just because my grandfather had to tell that to the people in the army hospital, I'm pretty sure my dad never had to say that. I'm pretty sure. We can't ask him, but I'm not sure. But I'm pretty sure. True story, it's on the family crest, says DJ.
This might be the time to mention that for over 50 years, I thought I was half Dutch.
Oh, yeah, Mama Prey side of the family, they were secret Krauts. They were so embarrassed by their German heritage after World War II that they started claiming they were Dutch. So Mom O'Prey grew up thinking she was half Dutch. But later the truth came out. She was half German.
Yes.
So I'm a quarter German. I never knew. For the first 20 years of my life, I asked, what are you? Oh, I'm 3/4 Italian and 1/4 Dutch. Now it turns out I'm 1/4 German. And mostly confirmed by Ancestry.com DNA test. So, yeah. I did not even know. It's weird, though. I always felt like even though I can't read German, I felt more comfortable trying to read German than trying to read Spanish or Italian, for that matter, which I failed at miserably in all cases. Are you watching the 4th of July fireworks tonight, says Thomas. I will be watching the 3rd of July fireworks tonight, Thomas. Actor says both of you yelled at from a bed. That is true. Well, he was technically on a gurney. Resolute Germ says, so you're only 1/4 evil. DJ says, and he's 1/1024th something else. Bird freely admits he's more comfortable trying to read German than anything else. Mama Pray lost Sassy. That means Sassy is probably in my old bedroom.
Oh, yes, the gate is open.
Yeah, the gate. We have a gate that blocks off my old bedroom, so Sassy doesn't mess up too much stuff in there. But when Mama Pray is moving things around the house, the gate's open and Sassy gets into rooms where she's not supposed to be in. Why would she go downstairs?
Because we just came in.
You really can't find her? She's certainly not outside. Okay, I guess you should check. No, she's coming from the back of the house. She was in my bedroom, under my bed, I bet.
Probably.
Okay, guys, so here's the deal. It's Deep Space Nine Season 1, Episode 7 on Netflix. If you have Netflix, cue it on up. Great, DJ put up a bird quote. Cue it on up. I'm going to be starting in a couple minutes. I will, as always, on the screen behind me, you will see still images every couple of seconds, and I'll be watching it, commenting as the show goes on. So it would be great if you can follow along with me on Netflix or your DVDs, whatever you've got, or you don't have to. You can just listen. When I am talking, and once the review begins, I will only really be stopping to talk if I see a super chat or if I see at BertoPrey5.com. I will not at BertoPrey5, at BertoPrey5. If you put in my username at BertoPrey5, YouTube will highlight it in orange for me, so I will see it stick out on the chat, and I will, if I can't read it during the stream, I'll read it when I'm done with the watching. But if there's a chance that I can read it, I'll read it when I can. So that'll go for both messages to me, and if anybody sends a super chat, of course, I'll try to get to it as soon as possible, and if not, certainly by the end of the stream. And I appreciate it. Any other messages, if you don't need me to read it, that's fine. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves. And then when the review is over, I'll try to get back to any comments I may have missed. Oh, Not Ryan Johnson with a $15 super chat. Thank you so much, Not Ryan Johnson. Long live Karoga until Turtistan takes over, that is. Just say no to Jeeps. What is this crap? Oh no, I'm going to try to refund that, Not Ryan Johnson. Put in... Why? Why would you say such awful things? Such awful things. Netflix is ready on the second monitor, says Hector. Well, now, Hector, I'm pissed off. I need to take a drink. I don't drink. I have to... Oh, shit. Dropped a bottle. It's empty. It's I heard it when you said it. So this episode originally aired February 14th, 1993. Valentine's Day. 1993. February. It was cold. I remember. Alexa, what day of the week was February 14th, 1993? Sunday. It was a Sunday. I remember it well. It was the middle of the school year, so I was in deep anticipation for the next day. Let's see, high school, 93, my sophomore year of high school, perhaps? No, 92 to 93. That would have been my freshman year. My freshman year of high school. Wow, Deep Space Nine started my freshman year of high school. That's crazy. Yes, well, I liked high school. So I would have been anticipating the next day. What fun. What interesting stuff would I learn at school. And I was probably, it was Valentine's Day, alone watching this. And trying not to think about the day of the month. Okay, so to get back to those good times. Oh, Thomas is Not Ryan Johnson is unbanned. Oh, were you forced to say this, Not Ryan Johnson, by Thomas? You bastard. Actor says Not Ryan Johnson, you really did it this time. Epic Beard says now he's triggered for the entire night. Not Ryan Johnson says that was my goal. Get under your bird skin. Hector, get under your bird skin. Well, you did it. You did it, not Ryan Johnson. The only way somebody could possibly top that would be to give even more money and say even worse things. Yeah. Okay, so I'm getting ready to start. Let's see. Let's bring up the browser window with Netflix. Okay. I'm going to get ready. I'm going to hit play in 3, 2, 1, play.
Station log.
And
Stardate 469.
it is Captain Sisko doing a station log that Chief O'Brien is off the station because it's Keiko's mother's 100th birthday. So he's back on Earth. So meanwhile, the rest of them are trying to keep the station working.
It's almost as if the refiltration processes were waiting for Chief O'Brien to leave before breaking down.
Bashir and Jadzia are having lunch. Bashir's trying to hit on her. I guess it was Valentine's Day.
Or an RCL Type 2.
Another wrecked Gino.
Thank you. Thank you that you could hear it. I've turned it off. Very good. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. There shouldn't have been any volume to DS9. So anyway, Bashir just tried to say, hey, I know something that's more interesting than drinking Klingon coffee. And Jadzia's like, yeah, no. No thanks. And so now these shady looking guys are looking at them from behind a grill in Quark's bar. And Dax gets up and says it's really she should go to her quarters. And Bashir asked if he could escort her to her quarters, and she said that's not necessary. And he kind of got sad and sat down. Captain Redneck's in the house. Howdy, Captain Redneck. So now Julian said not necessary, but it dawned on him, but not forbidden either. So Bashir goes to stalk Dax, thankfully. And Dax is walking so proper with her hands behind her back. And these 3 guys come up behind her and say, Dax? And she says, yes. He says, you are Dax. And she's like, what do you want? And these other 2 people go and jump on her. And Bashir comes around the corner and he does some type of running punch to one guy. He falls down. He falls down trying to punch somebody. And then he's there in a fight, and he was about to punch somebody else, but it turned out to be a woman, so he didn't hit her. And then she punched him, knocks him out, and then they wrestle Dax. They get the communicator away from her, and that's it. The 3 of them get up, and they're dragging Dax away. And Bashir is out cold. Bashir is out cold. Cue the opening credits. Dun 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 dun. So Bashir doesn't seem to have any. Well, either these aliens are super strong, or he clearly doesn't have any, super strength or anything from his genetic engineering here. Captain Redneck wants to jump on Jadzia. A lot of people did. Certainly Bashir did. Now, when I first saw the title of tonight's episode, I was like, God damn it. Because there's this one Dax-centric episode that I really dislike. Like, it's my second worst show of Deep Space Nine. But thankfully, it's not this one. This one I kinda like. The one I really dislike, and it's coming up. I don't know if it's first season or second season. I think it's first season. Is where people try to kidnap and then steal the Trill out of Dax. I hate that episode for reasons. And I don't know why. I have no good reason, but I hate it. And that's going to be a tough one. Because it's not nearly as funny as Move Along Home. But to me, it's almost as bad. This one I kind of like. We'll get into it. Dresloot says, damn straight, DJ Esri all the way. I put young Jadzia above young Esri. But currently, I think they're about the same. Okay, so Cisco comes over to Kira. Kira doesn't know what she's looking at. Cisco says run a quick level 3 diagnostic, because of course. So Bashir reports to Ops that 3 people, they just took Jadzia. She tried to struggle with them, and I tried to help, and Cisco does a full station alert, seals off the airlocks, and says locate Dax. And the computer, of course, only locates her comm badge. You would think the computers would know better. If there's no life sign attached to the comm badge, you think sensors would pick that up. So luckily, these aliens are still on the station. They're walking with Dax. Odo is looking through his security cameras. He can't find them. And Kira saying, well, if they know how to get around our security, they probably have a ship faster than our runabouts. So it's all the more important that they figure out where it is. And Cisco realized that the tractor beam's been disabled, and that's why there was some residual charge. Now Odo's in Ops, which is convenient because he's doing making a bunch of security calls. He's usually never in Ops. How did they dock out of space on the station with nobody knowing? They just used some type of override. And now Kira has them on Airlock 5. And Odo's telling security to report to Airlock 5. And so they put up a force field. So they've locked them into Airlock 5. The guy is trying to disable the force field because he knew right away what panel to open up. And he apparently disabled the force field. And now they're taking her into the ship. Well, what a convenient way. They knew the security override codes. They're boarding a ship. Cisco's trying to speed up the bleed-off process on the graviton generator. And he's having some success. They're about to use... Yep, they got the tractor beam. Just as they're about to head into warp, they're pulled back in the nick of time. I almost thought they were going to get away. So they pulled them back, and now they're all going to come walking out of the ship. Phasers pointed, and Odo has them put up their hands. And Dax is back. She's smiling. And the guy is saying that he's Ilon Tendro, special envoy from, I don't know, Kalon 4? But it's an extradition that he has a valid extradition license. And that Dax is charged with treason and the murder of his father. Because surely you send the son of the murdered person to go collect the suspect. That's fair, right? That's how justice works. So Odo is saying, they're saying Dax was responsible for the murder of somebody 30 years ago. Captain Redneck with a $20 super chat. Love ya, bird. Gotta run, but sing the boys a song later. Their choice. Thank you, Captain Redneck. I appreciate it. So, Cisco realizes it was Curzon Dax, not Jadzia Dax, 30 years ago on this other planet. And Cisco is adamant that even if it was Curzon's not a murderer. He's saying he knew Curzon. Curzon wasn't a traitor. He wasn't a murderer. Odo isn't so sure. Odo says, according to this, the evidence is that his comm frequency or something was used. He's a traitor, and Cisco's pissed at Odo now. He's like, I knew the guy. He's not. It's all nonsense. So Cisco's stalling. He's asking for confirmation of the warrant. But he's asking Dax what's going on. And Dax is not saying anything. She's like, I don't expect any help, but thank you. And Cisco's like, treason and murder either get you the death penalty on this planet. So why is the Federation extraditing prisoners to planets that have the death penalty, right? I mean, in the current world, right? I mean, a country who doesn't have the death penalty doesn't extradite a prisoner to a country that does have the death penalty unless that country agrees that that person won't face the death penalty. But I guess the Federation doesn't have that. So Cisco wants to know what's going on. Dax isn't going to tell him. Dax is saying that, you're a dear friend, but there's things I can't tell you. She's sorry. Cisco's pissed. Cisco is pissed. So Cisco is talking to the guy and trying to figure out why he tried to kidnap Dax instead of just presenting the warrant in the first place. And he says, I trust you see that my extradition is legal and valid. And Cisco says, but this station is Bajoran. You don't have an extradition treaty with Bajor. And Bajor doesn't have an extradition treaty, so they don't have to let you go. So this guy's like, but Bajor would have no reason to deny it. And Kira's like, how did you know your way around the station so well? And Kira's like, you guys had an alliance with the Cardassians. That's how you knew your way around the station. And you know what? That pisses us off. That annoys us. So, you know what? Bajor is going to demand an extradition hearing. So, Cisco gets what he wants, a stall and a chance to save Dax. And Kira gets to, piss off somebody who was friends with Cardassians. But now why do they have to have the extradition hearing in Quark's bar? There is no place else on the station that they can have this extradition hearing but in Quark's bar. Quark is reluctant, obviously, to hand the bar over because he's going to need to be closed for days while this happens. And so Odo is blackmailing Quark into agreeing to hold this hearing in his bar because he's threatening to close down Quark because he'd have to move all these bulkheads because of new rules that the Bajoran government, yeah. And even Quark says this is blackmail, and Odo says, nope, it's just business. And business is business, as the Ferengi say. So clearly Quark has decided, yeah, it's okay to use my bar. And Sisko saying, we still haven't found a place to hold the hearing. I don't want to hold it on Bajor because Dax would have to leave the station. And Odo says, well, that's fine because Quark just volunteered. Odo thinks this extradition hearing is only going to take about 30 minutes. And Sisko's like, I'm hoping to make it longer than that. And Odo's like, good luck. Good luck, she's guilty. So there are people physically moving things around. Quark. So the judge is a 100-year-old Bajoran woman. She wants to keep things short. She only wants to be here till supper, not senility. And she's got one of those balls you smash, like the Klingon judges. Oh, the Klingon judges, they have spikes. So they already started. The accused Trill committed capital crimes on the planet. The judge is like, yeah, thank you. I read it. I read the charges. The claim, it's described that the 30-year-old charges, why'd it take so long? The guy said, well, they were military records that were only recently unsealed. So the judge says, the warrant is in order. Why should he deny extradition? And Sisko is saying, well, that the warrant is for Dax, a male, and that this woman wasn't even born 30 years ago. Not for Jadzia Dax. And the other guy says this is argument stupid, that she's a Trill. It's a Trill, and it goes from one host to the next. And Sisko is saying, exactly, one host to the next, and that's a whole different person. And I challenged the other guy to prove me otherwise, and now the Bajoran judge is kind of pissed and said, you know, Commander, it would have been easier had you not brought that up. Yeah, it would have been easier for all of us if we didn't have to have a trial and you would have just let your officer go and be killed. I can't believe she even said that. But now the judge is like, well, it looks like we're going to have like a full hearing because the penalty on your planet is death. Dax doesn't seem to care. Kira just came in. Dax doesn't care what the hell's going on. It does look good, okay? Charlie's Angels 2019, it didn't look bad from what I saw. So Sisko tells Bashir to find medical evidence showing that they're not the same person, and Bashir's like, I don't know that there is any medical evidence. And Sisko's like, well, find some. And Sisko tells Kira to find any evidence that proves that a Trill's not responsible for the previous conduct of its previous host. And Kira's like, but what if I find that they are? And Sisko's like, well, then that's wrong. But if you do find it, let me know. And now Cisco's getting a subspace communication from Odo. Odo went to the planet to figure out what's going on. Apparently the general that got murdered became a martyr, a national hero, and they won their civil war. But they also remember that the Curzon Dax and the general were the closest of friends. And killing his own best friend, that's weird. And Odo says, well, if these charges are true, I'd hang Curzon Dax myself. But, so Odo's going to go talk to the wife that's still alive, because if they really were that close, she has to remember something that wasn't on the record. And now we get a view of the alien planet, and I have to say, every TNG DS9 planet looks almost alike. So the wife is telling Odo that Curzon didn't kill her husband. And Odo's like, but your son says he did. And wife's like, my son is obsessed with finding the murderer. I tried to tell him Curzon didn't do it, but he doesn't care. And she's saying Curzon was a dear friend of the family. He would have died himself rather than conspire to kill the husband. And Odo's asking if there's any facts. And she doesn't have any facts. So apparently there was proof of a secret transmission made from the military headquarters to the enemy camp that identifies the route the husband was going to be taking when he made his way back from the capital to the front. And that was when he was kidnapped and later killed. So the son believes that the Dax made the transmission. Only five people knew the route, and four of them. The son has realized that four of them had an alibi for where they were. Only Curzon Dax doesn't have an alibi. And the wife is saying, that can't possibly be enough to convict somebody, can it? And Odo says, I don't know. And the wife is asking, how is he? Curzon Dax. How's Curzon? She's all happy. He says, Curzon's gone. The Dax your son is trying to extradite is Jadzia Dax, a 28-year-old woman. Curzon died 2 years ago. Jadzia is the new host, and now the wife looks disgusted and upset, and she's sorry she didn't know. It's taking a toll on her. It's not what she wanted to hear. So we're back at the station, and the judge, the Bajoran judge is there. Madam Arbiter, I call on the expert knowledge of another trill. Salen Piers. He's just some random trill we pulled off. Oh, we're fortunate to have you. Yes, the Arbiter says it seems very convenient that you're there. And the Trillian government sent him because there was another trill involved. And he does not know Jadzia personally. But so they asked him how many hosts has he been through, and he says he's had 7 hosts. The symbiont has had 7 hosts, and he's asking about the first host. He says, of course, it was a woman, in fact. He says, do you remember? And yes, he remembers everything from the first. So if a crime was committed by a host, the symbiont's next host would remember it, recall the details, and the guy saying, yes, absolutely, and would still feel the guilt of it, and the guy says yes. And Cisco kind of objects. The arbiter says he's made his point. What's that noise? Fireworks? Oh. Oh, big fireworks. Bigger fireworks than ever. Anyway, they're just talking at this thing. They're, so, yeah, they're just talking, whatever. About Cisco saying, why don't you put hosts in younger people? Because they put hosts in their 20s. Their early 20s. They tend to get hosts. They're her mid-20s. And Cisco's like, well, why not younger? And he's like, well, to give the hosts a host a chance to develop their own personality. And so Cisco says, so when the when the symbiont goes in, it completely overwhelms the host. And I guy's like, no. They share. They both there. And so basically, Cisco said, so you're saying that when a symbiont goes into a host, a whole new individual is created. A blend of both. And he's like, yeah, that's fair. So they're fighting. It's nonsense. And Cisco is saying that the memories are passed to an entirely new host, an entirely different person. And the other guy is like, this is outrageous. You can't let Dax get away with murder. And the arbiter is clicking her ball down. She's like, this is outrageous. I told you guys that this would be informal. It's taking a 2-hour recess. So the arbiter is talking with the doctor and says, well, why can't we just cut her in half? Send the symbiont to stand trial and keep the host here. But Bashir says, it's not that simple. That if you take out the symbiont, the host will die. So Cisco asks Bashir, from a medical point of view, are they the same person, Curzon and Jadzia? And Bashir says absolutely not. They're completely different. Height, weight, all these things, blood type. So the guy says this isn't relevant. And so then Bashir says, well, what is relevant are the brain waves. The brain waves are completely different. That they show that they're different individuals. So now the cross-examination, the guy he's buttering up Julian a little. He says, as a layman, there's things I don't fully understand. And Bashir said, I'd be happy to explain. And so he's asking, how does the Trill brain work? And Bashir is saying, well, there's two brains. Yeah, one in the symbiont and one in the host. And so now the guy knew that. So he's asking if the separate wave patterns of each of the brains were analyzed. And Bashir said, but they don't function separately. He says, I didn't ask how that. He's like, but could you analyze both separately? And Bashir said, yes. And So he's asking, well, has the brainwave changed since the symbiont joined with Jadzia? And Bashir's like, he got caught. Bashir's like, I don't know, I haven't tested it. He's like, well, what's your best guess? He's like, I wouldn't care to guess. He's like, come on, tell me. Has there been any change, any evidence to say that there's any change in the brainwave patterns? And Bashir has to reluctantly say no, that the symbiont's brain pattern has not changed. And so now Cisco wants to call himself. I told you today was the 4th, says Thomas. Today is not the 4th. So Cisco's calling himself to the stand, and Kira is going to question him. So Kira asks Cisco to talk about Curzon. And Cisco said it probably wasn't the ideal trail. He drank a little too much. He was a little too interested in women. And Kira said, I thought he was your friend. And Cisco was just trying to say that I'm just trying to show that he's nothing at all like the woman in this courtroom today. So he's asking what was the relationship between him and Curzon. And Cisco is saying that Curzon made him the man he is today. He took him under his wing, taught him about right and wrong, and art and science and all these things. And he wasn't capable of anything, what he's being accused. So now Cisco's saying that that's what he can tell about Curzon, but he can't tell a lot about Jadzia because he's just getting to know her. So now the other guy, the lawyer, is saying that Starfleet officers have the reputation of being honorable, and I judge you to be an honorable man. So then, do you agree that somebody should be punished for this murder, for this crime? And Cisco says that, I prefer no crime go unpunished. And the guy's like, so then you agree that if it was possible, the symbiont would be allowed to stand trial if the host wasn't. And Cisco's like, how do you even know that the symbiont was the one who did it? How do you know it wasn't the host? And the host is dead. So you can't prosecute the host. And the guy is like saying, but they're the same thing. Once they became blended, they're indistinguishable. Your own doctor said it. And Cisco gives some spiel about how when you pour salt into water, it's no longer salt. Honestly, it didn't really make a lot of sense, because I'm pretty sure the same salt comes back after you boil it away. So I don't know what the hell he's talking about. And now the woman calls Dax to the stand after a 1-hour recess. And you would think she'd have a choice not to go on the stand, but Kira points out it's a hearing, not a trial. She has no choice. She has no choice. So Odo is calling on subspace just in time. And Odo is saying he made some discoveries. Cisco says good. Odo says not good. But Odo says that Odo finds out that there were a lot of calls between Curzon and the general's house, and Odo says, and Cisco says, well, that's fine, they were good friends. And Odo's like, Yeah, but all these calls happened while the general was away. So now Sisko realizes Curzon and the wife might have been a little bit more than friends. They might have been a little bit more than friends. Nobody's banning Jeeps, Captain Cat. So Odo found receipts in hotels, in inns. So Odo's realizing that there was an affair going on. Odo is interrogating the wife. And the wife is saying that the husband was not the hero that he was made out to be. In death he became a legend, and she became a legend's wife. There's people who never knew her husband that still contact her. They still mourn him 30 years after he's dead. And she says she doesn't mourn him. And she knew the man before he became a legend, but she also knows her place in history and that she has to represent. She has to represent him and what he became. Never talk about what he really was. Nobody wants to hear about that. And Odo's saying they might have to hear about it today. Wife is saying no matter what I say, they're still gonna make him out to be great. He always will be the hero who died for his people. And she smiles. Sad smile. She's saying, but perhaps it's time for my place in history to change. By the way, this is the shirt from Bird of Prey 5 merch store. Unfortunately, this text was in green, so it shows through to the background. And I bought a 2X when I should have bought an XL. I know, too big, but feels good, looks good. So Sisko's trying to get Dax to open up and explain what the hell's going on, and Dax is just staying completely silent. And Sisko is saying that Utundo isn't his son, is it? Her son, is it? And she's saying you have an overactive imagination. Sisko said, damn it, if you were still a man, he would have punched her straight in the face. Now Dax is taking Curzon. I see your temper hasn't improved. And Sisko's like, you're not going to get me off track. And Dax is saying, you remember that Argosian lieutenant who threw a drink in your face. And they're sharing a laugh. And Sisko's saying, and you knocked me down with a right cross before I could kill him. Sisko says he still has a scar from the ring on his ring finger, and Jadzia said, I tried on that ring after Curzon died. It just slipped off my finger. So Sisko's like, if you don't tell me what's going on, they're going to take you away. And Jadzia says, then let it happen. And Sisko says, it's my responsibility to protect the lives of the people under me. You taught that to me. And she said that was Curzon. But Dax admits that she feels the guilt of his indiscretion. She can't tell him the part of Curzon Dax that couldn't stop himself from acting like he did with another man's wife, but he did love her for whatever that's worth. And Sisko said, enough to kill the husband? And Dax says, so you are questioning. And so she asks, well, so you are questioning? And Sisko was like, well, what else can I do? And Dax says, nothing, Benjamin. Nothing at all. So the arbiter says that Dax is either 200 years older than her or the same age as her granddaughter. She was trying to figure out which one of them she is, and now she's bothered by the fact that she might be both. So I guess these are closing arguments, now Cisco is talking to Jadzia's on the stand. So Cisco's questioning her. How did the young Jadzia become a host candidate? By winning scholarships, competing against other young people. You're tested in many ways. He says, including psychological testing. And Jadzia says yes. That they tested her on psychological stability, on character, and all these things. And Jadzia is saying yes. And tells her if you can remember other things, remember that as well. So now he asks what degree she holds. Premier distinctions in exobiology, zoology, astrophysics, and exozoology. And how many of those degrees did you earn before being joined? She said all of them. All of them. This brilliant, independent woman has done nothing in her life but contribute to society. How could anyone justify trying her for a crime that committed by another entity before she was even born? I gotta be honest. I'm agreeing with Cisco. I don't even see why this needs to go on. So the other guy is saying, I just only take a minute. As a Trill candidate, did you understand all the responsibilities and the consequences of becoming a joined Trill? And Jadzia said yes. And then he says, wouldn't that include the criminal acts, becoming a joined Trill by your previous host? And before she can answer, some woman walks in with Odo. It's the wife, the widow of the general and the mother of the guy. And she says, this hearing is unnecessary. The allegations are erroneous. And she says to the Madam Arbiter, Curzon Dax is accused of sending a transmission to the enemy that killed my husband. But I know precisely where Curzon was when that transmission was sent. He was in my bed. And Jadzia puts her head down in shame, and the arbiter is looking at her like slut. No. The arbiter is looking at her. The son is pissed. She goes to put her hand on the son. The son recoils. So the arbiter says to Mr. Tandro, he will want to re-examine his extradition request, and she adjourns the hearing, and she leaves, presumably to go back to Bajor, never to be seen again. So now the wife is walking with Jadzia, and thank God this was not the first lesbian kiss. Jadzia is saying it was important for her to keep the promise that the general's memory is treasured by her people. And they're reminiscing. The wife has one favor to ask of Jadzia. Live, Jadzia Dax. Live. And she touches her face. Live a long, fresh, wonderful life. Don't get killed in 5 years by the Paraith over nothing. In a Bajoran temple. Why are you even in a Bajoran temple? You're not Bajoran. Why will you die like that, Jadzia? Don't die, Jadzia. Don't die like that. Man, that's the end of the episode. Where we got a good. There, fine. We'll use that picture of the planet as the backdrop. Dax went to JUOT, says Ector. I don't even know what the hell's going on with that. Where are we? Let's see. Thomas says, I told you today was the 4th. Charlie's Angels 2019 look good. Let's see. There was Captain Redneck's very generous super chat. And then not Ryan Johnson's also very generous super chat. So it looks like that there were no other comments in between that I had to read. So, yeah. DJ says, Bird of Prey, we all voted, and we'll have your song. And we'll have you have your song. We'll have you have your song. Spoilers, Joe? Kirk never asked those kinds of questions. Oh, Bird looked like Bram Stoker's Dracula when the judge was behind him. DJ says, yes, there was. Epic Beard says, now burned root DS9 for everyone. DS9 Endgame. So, because Jadzia dies in Deep Space Nine in 5 years? Yeah, well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If you have never seen Deep Space Nine, just pretend you didn't hear that. Now Bird ruins Deep Space Nine for everyone. Taiji says, go back and reread right after Captain Redneck's we voted. Okay, right after Captain Redneck. Thanks, Redneck. DJ says, man, I feel like a woman. That's the song for Bird. Nice talk. Nice choice, DJ. Seconded, says Ector. Epic Beard second, I feel like a woman. Captain Redneck says, oh Jesus, DJ, record that for me. So sing I Feel Like a Woman. I Feel Like a Woman? That's a song? Let's see. See, this isn't even a bed live stream. You guys, but that Captain Redneck was quite generous. Let's see what I can bring up. Man, I Feel Like a Woman. Shania Twain. Okay. Okay, I guess this is a go, people. I guess this is a go. Yes, Shania Twain. Okay. Well, I got it. I got it up. Prepare your ears, people. I've never heard of the song. I've never seen the song. But this is it. First time. I guess it could be worse. Let's see. I don't know. I'm going to try to switch to a different camera view for this. I don't know if it will work. I don't know if everything is set up or not. I might have to come back. Okay, well, we can just use a black background. That's fine. Oh, well, ignore what's on top because that's old. You know what? Let me get rid of it. Okay. Man, I feel like a woman. Shania Twain. Let's go, girls. Come on. I'm going out tonight. I'm feeling all right. Gonna let it all hang out. Wanna make some noise, really. Raise my voice. Yeah, I wanna scream and shout. No inhibitions, make no conditions, get a little out of line. I ain't gonna act politically correct, I only wanna have a good time. The best thing about being a woman is the prerogative to have a little fun and go totally crazy. Forget I'm a lady. Men's shirts, short skirts. Really go wild. Yeah, doing it in style. Get in the action. Feel the attraction. Color my hair. Do what I dare. I wanna be free, yeah. To feel the way I feel. Man, I feel like a woman. Hey. The girls need a break. Tonight we're gonna take the chance to get out of the town. We don't need romance, we only want to dance. We're gonna let our hair hang down. What hair? I got no hair. The best thing about being a woman is the pay gap, is prerogative to have a little fun. And get totally crazy. Forget I'm a lady. Men's shirts, short skirts. Really go wild. Yeah, doing it in style. Get in the action. Feel the attraction. Color my hair. There's no hair. Do what I dare. I want to feel. Be free. Yeah, I want to feel the way I feel. Man, I feel like a woman. If I feel like a woman, I want to feel the way I feel. Who's stopping me? Who's stopping me from feeling the way I want to feel? Oh yeah, it's the best thing about being a woman is the prerogative to have a little fun. No, it's not. Fun! Go totally crazy. Forget I'm a lady. Men's shirts, short skirts. Really go wild. Yeah, doing it in style. Get in the action. Feel the attraction. Color my hair. Do what I dare. I want to be free. Yeah, I want to feel the way I feel. Yeah, man, I feel like a woman. Hey, who? Was that an owl here? Oh yeah, I get totally crazy. Can you feel it? Come on, baby. Who? Where's that goddamn owl? I feel like a woman. Bah. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it was a lot longer. Felt a lot longer. It was 4 minutes. 4 minutes and 2 seconds. Bird's top hit so far. Wow, really, Resolute? Bird's top hit so far. Anti-Tricker's kicking himself for missing this. He's not going to miss it. You guys are going to show it to him. Cat says, what's the GD what? Dear God, says Thomas Potts. Of course this is a song. Shania ain't got nothing to worry about. That is very true, Mr. Lundell's Groovy Movies. Have you heard from Anti-Tracker? Not since 5 just before 6 p.m. Eastern. So that was the last I heard from him. He doesn't seem to be online right now, best I can tell. Life with Matthew says, oh good, I made it back before the stream ended. Captain Cat says no. And he's laughing. AT is in obedience training. Yes, he's being obedience trained for Kuroga. Kuroga is sending all of Turtestan to obedience training. I don't understand how a dog so mellow that sleeps all day and does nothing needs to go to obedience training. But maybe that's just me. I hope Mama Pray slept through that song. And she didn't have some type of nightmare from me singing it. Presley Germ says, I really thought Mrs. Anti-Tracker had him trained already. And Captain Cat says he's married. His obedience started on his honeymoon. Probably well before that, since he was half stalking Mrs. Anti-Tracker to get her. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. That Deep Space Nine episode, I remembered it better. Than it was. Thomas says, good thing I work at night so I won't have a nighttime. I guess he means a nightmare. And Captain Cat says, yep, Mom probably will have nightmares. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. So tomorrow is 4th of July, despite what Thomas might say. Tomorrow is the 4th of July in the United States. I am anticipating doing a bed life, a special 4th of July bed life stream tomorrow. Instead of playing a game, though maybe we'll play a little bit of a game during the bed life stream. Maybe some Besiege. I've been working. Now I haven't gone any levels in Besiege, but I've been working in sandbox mode, trying to perfect my building techniques. And I'll have to be honest, I've got some really nice killing machines. I have got a Borg cube that just kills everything. I've got a couple of flying machines. Really getting some of the basics, and even taking. I'm not gonna say it's advanced, but like beyond basic stuff going. I still have to work on building a catapult. Maybe we'll build a catapult tomorrow. I don't have a proper catapult. I do have some very good flying machines. So I really don't see why I need a catapult, because I pretty much can deliver bombs via the air now. Although, to be fair, sometimes the bombs blow up before I get to my destination. But it's fun. It is good fun. It's certainly the best $4.99 I've spent in a long time. Josh Reed says Bird needs to do a chair life with fireworks. I'm not going out tomorrow. Hell no. It's going to be too hot in the morning, and at night, just some idiot would try to probably shoot a Roman candle at me. Not going to happen. Captain Katz is Thomas Potts. It's on iTunes now. DJ is lolling. Thomas says, I might not be here tomorrow or Friday. I'm sorry to hear that, Thomas, but I assume you'll be doing something enjoyable. Hopefully. Mom. We got a delivery. Alexa is telling us that the delivery came. Yeah, sorry. Alexa tells us when there's been a delivery.
Sorry, I don't know that.
It's okay, Alexa. I know. It's okay. So. Happy 4th, says Australia. Well, it might be the 4th in Australia. But, or is it? It's not the 6th. Oh, August 6th. August 6th. John Street says, Bird can't be as hot as going out for me, and I'm going to see fireworks all day. What? Well, nobody shoots fireworks during the day. And Thomas says, sorry, I worded it wrong. It's on digital and Blu-ray August 6th. The What We Left Behind. The Deep Space Nine documentary. Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be cool. I don't know what I'll do, but I watch it again, I guess. Josh Street says, Bird, I'll be selling. What are you selling? And DJ says, Josh, I need that quarter stick to put in Bird's tailpipe. DJ, considering I don't have a car, that is very disturbing. It is a very disturbing statement. It bothers me a lot. Thomas says, more sundresses. No. Alexa, play notification.
One new notification from Amazon Shopping. For Joseph, a shipment has arrived, including Velcro.
Yeah, I didn't know if you can hear it, but it was Velcro. Velcro, I had this great plan the house of prey gets pretty hot in the summer. And I was like, hey, we could cut cooling costs if I got white oak tag paper, basically, and we cut it to fit perfectly in the windows, and I was going to get Velcro. I got Velcro. I figured we could put some Velcro in the corner of the windows on oak tag paper, and we could Velcro white oak tag paper right up to the glass in all the windows in the front of the house, and that would keep out, 95% of the sun and really cut cooling costs. And so I ordered all that stuff, and it came today. But, it wasn't much. It was like $20. But then I thought about it further, and Mama Pray thought about it, and she found, and then I looked for today, and I found, instead of putting white oak tag paper, they actually make tinted static cling for windows that I'm getting one-way mirror, right? So the outside, it looks like a mirror to people looking in, and in the inside, you can still see out, but it's nice and dim. So it really reduces the amount of sun coming in, but you can still see out. So it's better than oak tag paper in that respect. And you don't need any Velcro because it sticks to the window itself. So then today I ordered a whole bunch of that stuff. So that stuff's not coming till this weekend. So now I have a bunch of oak tag paper and Velcro. And
I can make you cue cards.
And it's my favorite color, white. We figure out what to do. What to do with that stuff. Can't send it back. It was not expensive enough to be worth shipping back to Amazon. Josh is selling fireworks, says the Epic Beard. DJ Odyssey says, on your bed. The bird bed doesn't have a tailpipe. It's not a bird of prey that can fire while cloaked. Josh Street says, DJ didn't send any of those this year. John Iraqi with a $1 super chat. Thank you so much, John Iraqi. I appreciate it. And Resolute Germ says, no, put Roman candles on the chair and charge down the street. Oh, man. And DJ says, arc. Josh Street is laughing or sad? No, I think he's laughing. The widget's dead. Thomas Potts is breaking Kuroga election fixed. Snowball 1, 2, 3, 4, Bleeding Gums Murphy, and Troy McClure are among the dead that voted for Bird of Prey. Well, it happens. The Epic Beard says Bird is trying to block the sun with Velcro. Sounds like Kuroga engineering. Velcro and oak tag paper. Mr. Lundell says just be creative with the paper and Velcro while harassing anti-tracker. That sounds like the best deal. Yeah, maybe we'll do a really big paper airplane contest or something. So guys, I think we're gonna call it a night here. I will be back tomorrow. I don't know if you guys will be around, but it'd be great to see you. Yes, Mr. Burns blocked the sun. Since the dawn of time, man has yearned to destroy the sun. But Mr. Burns did the next best thing. Blocked it. Yeah, so I think we're going to call it a night here. It was a little late start. I apologize. Hopefully it won't happen again. Thomas says good night, Bird of Prey, and everyone. Good night, Thomas. Sassy, say good night. No, she's not talking to you, Thomas. I don't know what to tell you. Good night, all. Night, family of Prey and Bird 2. Thank you guys so much. Qapla. And thanks for keeping it going till I got back. You're welcome, Live with Matthew. Oh, guys, check out DJ Odyssey's channel. DJ is putting out videos. Life with Matthew, of course, I said that at the beginning of the stream. It bears repeating. Check out Life with Matthew. Check out Captain Cat. He's starting to do YouTube videos. Thomas posts mostly videos of me that he's cut out, so don't go to Thomas's page. But everyone else, check out their pages. Captain Cat says, Bird of Prey, Anti-Trigger said he really wished he could be here, but he's working on Galaxy Quest. Well then, good, he should be. He needs to get that stuff out. Resolute Germ says, good night, all Qapla. Long live Kuroga. Hail Kuroga. Breaking news, #1 TV show in Turkestan is crushing Jeeps on the Turkcovery channel. AOC's banning Jeeps. News at 11. I don't think any of that's happening. Good night, all. Yeah, Thomas has videos of Bird that's worth a sub. Well, it might be. It might be. Good night, Qapla. Take care and enjoy. See you guys tomorrow. Thank you all for watching my video. Please remember to comment, like, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell icon. Without it, you won't get notifications of new videos. Check out BirdOPrey5.com, the new home of everything Bird of Prey 5 on the web. You can also check out my forum at juot.net. I'm also on social media, on Facebook, Twitter, and Gab. If you'd like to make a donation, check out paypal.me/BirdOPrey5 or on BirdOPrey5.com. Take care.